April 24th, 2020 was the day my creator wrestler officially debuted in a Caw show. It started with JM being featured in a high quality and fresh start into the Caw scene. Eventually, more places would add up, such as LWE, TSW, APW, and many more along the way. The origin of how I ran into car related content started with a video that set the tone for its time. And it was the How to Create a Call for Dummies video that was made by Rombuster at the time. And through that video, it would eventually lead to me discovering the first call show I ever witnessed, which was Forever a Movement. I watched the Extreme Rules pay per view that takes place on WWE 13 and many more that went forward with eventually when catching on among FAM to Star Team Unite to FAM returning. There was one thing that came into play in 2020 that would set me up to a new step into things. And it's all thanks to a man named Cameron Bash that would open up applications for JM. And JM was an alternate universe where Cameron Bash and Jinder Mahal had ownership and control in the wrestling business in both FAM and WWE, which is kind of like, fantasy type stuff in a way. But it also which led to the applications of accepting people to be part of the wrestling series of JM. And I would be one of the people to sign into it and get my application put out, set up, and everything. And eventually, it would lead to me watching the streams, building up to when the show would eventually be prepared, as it shows the process of how JM would build up in participation for the thing. And I kept my eyes on a lot of the live streams at that time, and I made sure to be ready for when that moment happens of me actually making my Creator Wrestler debut. The thing that I very much dreamed about when watching it when I was little. And it kind of explains the origin of everything and how everything kind of started. And ever since the origin of the whole thing, most of my time is focused around my main caw, which was D'Angelo Smart. Over the years, I have used my caw to be presented in a certain degree, rather in caw shows or where I'm set into a big role or small role, whatever takes place when it comes to that. Or most of the time is set with me making promos by those other creative teams that want me to make sure I have something to say for the show or something. And fast forward to the early beginnings of like APW, where I would do something a little different, which in this case I would eventually showcase something I always wanted to do for the longest and wanted to achieve ever since watching all the movement shows from Forever Movement, and that was working on highlight reel matches. So NSA Stevens gave me the opportunity to present that within a lot of matches for his show, and eventually people would reach out for highlight reel matches, which would be very exciting for me to do at that time. And I'm still excited to do that kind of stuff today. And now, obviously, these things definitely ain't a 1 day deal though, because like it takes time and effort and a lot of patience. And I continue to try to put out the best I can with my caw and his gimmicks, with my skills in highlight reel, with my voice to showcase my promo effort. But one thing that sticks out to me with the 5 years I've been in this community is the people that got me this far. And I'm gonna take a moment to thank everyone and the people that I mentioned here that have gotten me to this point. Because without them, I wouldn't know if I would, be at this point. Because without all of them, I never would have imagined being in the spot that I'm at, making highlight reel matches, having my dude be seen in the wrestling scenes of the COD community and such. So, without further ado, let me go over the people that I want to thank. I know this is getting lengthy. Um, I would like to start by thanking Cameron Bash for giving me the opportunity and the time on being a part of JAM and also being around the movement and be part of the COD community with open arms. Not just as like a owner to talent bond type thing, but also just being cool friends and cool pals in a friendship level. And it's really awesome to, because obviously meeting, being able to be around Bash at first is like a starstruck thing. Like I'm around one of the big guys, but it's more than that. It's actually into a friendship level, and it's really awesome. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering a bit because I'm just reading through a script as I'm reading along the lines. I'm making sure that I say this all right without stumbling so much. But this moment of being around for 5 years is just incredible and insane. Um, but yeah, I'm really thankful for Bash, like legit thankful for everything that he's brought into things and how thanks to him I wouldn't I wouldn't be in the place I'd be at right now without him. Like seriously. I would also like to take a moment to thank multiple people in this section, and that is the likes of my pals Tiger Gaming FTWB, Risen Morning or Damon Star, and Jimmy Dar, as those guys have been so important to me along with this journey, whether it was just for JAM or in their respective cause shows that I've been to or be part of. And they mean so much to me. They mean the world to me because they are so helpful. All three of those guys are so helpful to help me improve my character, get something going around in a certain degree that stands out a lot better than the first time I started. And they're so helpful. They're really cool, all of them. And oh man, I'm just glad I have my bonds with them because without those guys, I wouldn't be. Man, there's a lot. I'm stumbling a lot, I know, but like it really wouldn't have gone. I really haven't without those guys or any of the people that I have listed down. I would not be where I'm at today. I I know I sound like a broken record with me saying that, but like it's the freaking truth. Like I really am glad I'm part of this whole thing. But let me continue. Sorry if I'm taking too long. I would also like to thank NSA Stevens and the crew of APW and them letting me be able to showcase what I can do in highlight reel, whether it's segments or matches, especially matches, because I've been doing mostly their pay per view matches, like either one or two matches for a pay per view match for Atlantic Pro Wrestling. And I'm just very grateful on being able to be part of the shows in a certain degree, whether it's just my call or just working in the production side of things as a highlight reel member thing. So I really want to thank all of them a lot for what they done for having me on board. And I would also like to thank Heather Ray for the opportunity to showcase my highlight reel skills in a similar degree like NSA Stevens, but also for the fact that I get to showcase it in other platform platforms outside of the usual places that I go to, like LGF or Code of Honor, and possibly much more that's planned for the future. So I thank Heather Ray a lot for letting me get the blessing to do all that I can with all this. It really means a lot. I would like to also thank Wooder Ortiz, Extreme Ortiz, for the times we have with each other, especially in the DPW events, with me, Dwayne, my brother, and all the other people that we usually hang around with. Those were good freaking times, and it's memories that I will never let go. There were some fun memories with that at the time, and I'm glad I got to be able to see him face to face as one of the rare few people I meet in COD that I get to meet in real life. I also like to shout out Raven and also Daro, as I got to meet those two in real life as well. Shout out to them. And I also want to thank the movement in general, FAM, the creators, the head founders of FAM at the moment, Ron Buster, Stigma, and once again, I will also like to thank Bash as well, as without everything that's happened in FAM or anything that's happened when it came to Ron Buster making the Caw Creator for Dummies video, I would never have ran into him at all. And without that, I would be so lost and out of place and never got to experience what they've been showing this whole time. And I'm glad it opened up to me actually being one to part of something like this, because man, it's something else. But obviously the last people or last group of people I would like to thank is the people that are watching this video and those who have supported me through the journey from 2020 to now. Without all of that and the growth within going more and more into this, despite the good or bad that comes along with the cost stuff that be going around, I'm just blessed and grateful to be a part of this. And the wrestling fan in me is never disappearing, and neither is the gaming side of me too. But with the midst of both worlds presenting it in a way it is today, I'm glad to be part of the creator wrestler community. Not only just to create, not only to have fun, but to have the best of both worlds while doing it. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around for this video. Obviously I'm a little stuttery and all that stuff and everything. And obviously I did have something planned um for this channel involving the road to TWL, but as of right now, that's still being on the works, and obviously it's kind of irrelevant at the moment for this video, but I'm at least keeping you guys updated that it's still being worked on at the moment, and I really do thank you all for being around for this alone, because I never imagined I would be around something so cool and this long, and I definitely got more in me. I definitely do. Um, but yeah, um, thank you. I love you all. I love y'all very so much for all this journey so far. It's really freaking amazing. Um, and stay blessed. Yeah, stay blessed. You know. And with all that in mind, um, thank you for 5 years of this. Cause man, I'm ready for more. I'm ready for 5 more and potentially more within it. Cause like, whoo, I I just love this. Um, till next time. Till next time.